For 68 years, I lived my life according to a blueprint drawn by everyone but myself. I believed that being the perfect man meant being a pillar that never shook and a stone that never bled. I built a life that looked flawless from the outside, but inside the rooms were empty. Every morning, I adjusted my tie with the precision of a soldier, ensuring that not a single hair was out of place and not a single emotion escaped my lips. I thought that if I showed even a flicker of doubt, the whole world would collapse around me. I was the son who never rebelled, the husband who never faltered, and the provider who never asked for help. I wore my responsibility like a heavy wool coat in the middle of summer, stifling and itchy. But I refused to take it off because I thought the world expected me to stay covered. I sat through countless dinners, nodding politely when I wanted to scream, and I worked long hours at a desk I hated because I told myself stability was the only hallmark of a successful man. I was a ghost in my own home, providing everything but my true self. The cost of this perfection was a quiet, creeping silence that eventually filled my soul. I had traded my spontaneous laughter for dignity and my natural curiosity for stability. I realized that in my pursuit of being a great man, I had forgotten how to be a human being. I had spent decades polishing the surface of a life that I wasn't actually living. I had missed the chance to be messy, to fail spectacularly, and to let someone, anyone, see me when I was truly broken and vulnerable. Then came the day I turned 68. I stood before the mirror and didn't recognize the man staring back. My eyes were tired of holding up the act, and these hands that had worked so hard to keep everything together were finally trembling with the sheer weight of it all. In that moment of clarity, my armor finally cracked. I realized that perfect was just another word for finished, and I wasn't ready to be finished yet. I saw 68 years of a man who was admired but never really known. I decided then to stop trying to be a monument and started being a person. I began to speak my mind, even when my words were messy and uncomfortable. I admitted to my family when I was afraid, and to his surprise, they didn't pull away, they actually came closer. I stopped worrying about the correct way to sit, speak, or lead, and instead I just focused on being present. For the first time in my life, I wasn't being respected for my iron strength. I was being loved for my honesty. I may have spent 68 years building a cage of perfection, but I have decided that the time I have left will be spent in the beautiful, imperfect light of the truth. I finally realized that it is never too late to stop being a statue and finally start being a man.